See the game more clearly with high-definition spectacle lenses from Norville Opticians.
What's the sort of the fallout been after last week's win? Because obviously you keep going in this competition.
Yeah, well, all we can do is keep turning up week in, week out with the young blokes and putting a performance in, which they did last week. Kept us alive in the competition. Slim chance that we'll make the semi-finals, but all we want to do is go out there again, put a good performance on the field and come away with a win.
And would it be wrong of us to assume that largely it will be a young team again, because obviously they can benefit from the experience?
Oh, definitely. We've got our internationals away. The young blokes are getting plenty of time this year. Let's face it, guys like Henry Purdy have been a fixture in the first team. Billy Burns has been there for the last couple of weeks. Some of the young forwards, Ross Moriarty's been in and out. Jacob Rowan's back from injury, and quality sort of players. Age is no barrier if you're good enough, you're old enough. And last week they were very good.
And those you've mentioned, all right, yes, they are young, but compared to some of the others in the team, they're not so young, are they? Just how much of a sort of enjoyment factor does that give, bringing on the really young talent at the club?
Oh, I think it's really important that the wheels keep turning. I think you've got to be prepared for people to move on, and you've got to be prepared for injuries before they happen. And this competition, one of the things it does is give people some reasonable quality footy at a young age, and people use it in that regard. And it's a great development tool. So it's sometimes considered a bit funny with the pool system and the way it works. It's completely different. But as far as actually getting kids out there in front of a great crowd, like 12,500 we had last weekend, that can be intimidating to some people. So the more you get them out there under any circumstances, the better it is for the club and the future of the club.
You look at obviously the group and Harlequins. How do you rate them? Because they lost against Bath last week, so perhaps their opportunity's gone. Does that make it any different for Gloucester?
It probably makes it a little bit more dangerous. Teams that have got nothing to lose really have nothing to lose if they can't qualify with one game to go, and they often go in with an attitude that, well, we're going to really have a go at this and we're going to throw the ball around, and sometimes in those situations, if you're not 100% switched on, some of those passes can stick. We've seen bounce passes, just terrible passes bounce up to a bloke in space who scores. So a team that's got nothing to lose and goes out there and really rips in is probably more dangerous than a team that's a little bit, we can't really have a go at this because if we make a mistake, something might happen. And, fortune favours the brave, they say.
I suppose you've just got to treat it like if you win, then you can put some pressure on Saris for their game against Exeter on Sunday.
Well, that's all we've got to do. We can't influence any other result but the result that we're involved in. So we'll be going out, and these young blokes want to, keep the momentum going. The supposed number one team's done a great job in Europe and worked really hard there to get us back on track with 2 good wins in the Premiership. We don't want the next couple of weeks when we come back to the Premiership to be on a loss. We want to go back with that momentum and keep moving forward.